The crime of this man is just being truthful, because people do not want these things to be known. That is a problem. I'm a truthful man. The people of Western Kenya has now known today what their leader signed with President William Ruto. It is upon them to demand their share.
How do you feel as a citizen of a country when politicians have shares of the country? Each tribe, like the tribes of the country, each one of them or the one who is representing you has his share or her share on the government, and you don't have the share. You are sleeping hungry. You don't have food. You don't have water. You don't have school, medication. No, nothing. And yet you woke up early in the morning going to vote for a person you believed that he's going to take care of you, he's going to manage your funds, because we are voting for politicians to go and help us manage the funds, manage everything, because it's our, how do you feel like the one who you voted in has shares? He has taken your country as a company and they are dividing shares for themselves, and yet you are sleeping hopeless. And that's what is happening in African politics. That's what is happening in Kenya. Deputy President of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, has exposed how they shared the country between themselves, how they shared the country, how they carried the country as a company. And for this company, we had shareholders, which are the president is a shareholder, deputy president a shareholder, prime minister a shareholder, the speaker Wetangula a shareholder, and some people like Amason Kingi, and the people who formed the coalition of UDA, both of them are shareholders of this company called Kenya. And yet the owners of the company, who are us, the citizen, we are left behind suffering. Now, listen to this video when DP Gachagua is exposing how they shared the country Kenya as a company. And then we're going to react about it.
The crime of this man is just being truthful, because people do not want these things to be known. That is a problem. People have a problem that I'm a truthful man. The people of Western Kenya has now known today what their leader signed with President William Ruto. It is upon them to demand their share as per this agreement. I did not sign this agreement. I will read the people who signed. But because present, and I'm a truthful man, I fight for the people of Western Kenya. Power sharing agreement between Kenya Kwanza and PA of Amason Kingi. I want to give two examples. Yeah? In accord with Article 8 of the agreement, PA would be allocated the position of the Speaker of the Senate. He negotiated for himself. Let's be truthful. You brought this motion. We'll discuss. The people of Kenya must know the truth, so that if Rigathi Gachagua is being crucified for being truthful, let the people of Kenya know why he is being crucified. How can Moses Wetangula say I should be impeached because of saying people to get their shares, when he is a signatory to a share agreement with the president on what will go to Western Kenya? And then they accuse me of tribalism. They did not say anything should go to Central or Mount Kenya. They talked about Western. When I say something for Mountain, I'm a tribalist. Kingi said, position of Speaker, you are mepewa. Article 9A of the Power Sharing Agreement, PA would nominate the candidate for appointment of one principal secretary when Kenya Kwanza came to power. Amepewa. For Article 9B, the Power Sharing Agreement, Kenya Kwanza and PA would agree on what share of national government positions, cabinet secretaries, principal secretaries, high commissioners, ambassadors, diplomatic and consular representatives, chairpersons, state corporations, etc., etc. Power sharing agreement, that is a word, so that nobody should ever again in this country ever accuse me of talking of shares. It is not me. It is my boss, President William Ruto, who appended his signature with other leaders that Kenya is like a company of shares. It is not me. And he signed the agreements. Sharing Kenya is here, it's being shared. True or false? True or false? They have shared the Speaker, they have shared the Senate, they have shared Deputy President, they have shared the President. That's what I've been saying. And then I'm being told that I'm dividing the country along ethnic lines. I did not append this signature. I'm just being truthful. That is my crime. People want these things to be hidden so that they pretend to be nationalistic and say Rigathi Gachagua is tribal. But the people who append these signatures are the ones who should explain why they were signing things for their regions only. Yet they say they are national leaders. Power sharing agreement between the Kenya Kwanza coalition on one part and the Communist Party nini. So, Service Party, at least I saw Chama cha Kazi. They say the party leader should get something. Moses Kuria was given something. The Service Party of Mwangi Kujuri got nothing. You know? So, unajua sasa, ile shida iko Kenya hii ni ukora. And people not being truthful. The agreements are here. Like in a Communist Party, they have been making noise. They signed an agreement.
This is how politicians are. These are not leaders. You know, leaders is to take care of the people. But politicians, they are not leaders. So, you woke up early in the morning. You went to the polling station. You voted for President William Ruto and DP Gachagua. Now, you thought that the country will be well taken because all the manifesto that the president presented to us Kenyans, it was like superb. And the manifesto, it what made you chose to vote for President William Ruto. A lot of promises. But little do you know that this was a playground. And you, as a citizen, you are the ball being kicked left, right, center. And whenever we want this game, we don't care about the ball anymore. We'll go and look the ball when we want to play again or when we are going for rehearsals. Like now, this is the time they need the ball. The time to impeach DP Gachagua. And one thing I've noticed that is that the vice president or the deputy president want to be impeached because he is asking for his share, the share of the company. And this company is the country Kenya. And believe me, this has a lot of reflection to what is happening in Africa, what's happening in Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, and a lot of countries of Africa. African or black politicians, they take a country as a company or a country as a house. And this company has shareholders. Whenever the shareholders are in a disagreement, now they will start exposing issues. It's not that Rigathi Gachagua is a very good person, but just exposing how they treated us Kenyans as trash, using us for them to get what they want, for them to share this bread between themselves. And they wanted the votes of Kenyans so that they can enter there and share these votes. And it's showing me how things need to change because this has been going on since colonial period. When the whites people or when the whites went out and they left Kenya and they left African countries in the hands of black leaders, they shared. You will take this, you will take this, you take this, you take this. And it was shared among the people who are in the top front. Like in Kenya, we had the likes of Jomo Kenyatta. We had the likes of the people who are surrounding Jomo Kenyatta. And Jomo Kenyatta will share this among his friends and families. And this is what is happening in a lot of countries, African countries. We don't go on well. We don't grow like a country. We still a third world country for so long. A lot of white countries are going on. China's come and surpassed us. But African countries, we are going behind instead of moving step. Instead of moving in front, we are going behind every day, every time, because of this issue of shares. A country is being shared as a company. We are being shared in a tribalic way. Now, your tribal leader will come and tell you, vote for us, because when you are voting for us, when you're voting for me, I will bring change in this community. I will bring roads in this community. I will build schools in this community. You are suffering. You don't have water. Oh my God. I'm going to bring water in your community. Vote for me because I am from your tribe. And whenever you vote for him, he will not bring water to the community. He'll bring water to his house. He'll bring good roads up to his gate. He'll bring medication to his house, jobs to his family. And his family are the one who will get shares of land, who will get the tenders, And that's what is happening to most African countries. And I love what Gen Z are doing, because Gen Z are non-tribal, because we don't have tribes. We don't have tribes. The moment you will see you have started being tribal, that's the moment you, as your country, will not continue. You see what is happening in Kenya. The deputy president is the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, but he is fighting for his tribal wars, not for Kenya. He is fighting that way because every member of UDA who went there with his party has a share. And the parties that were formed in UDA, all of them are tribal. Every party in Kenya is tribal. Call of it, ODM, tribal for Luo. Ford Kenya, and that one for Luya. Wiper for Kambas. The UDA was formed fully with the Kalenjin inside. Jubilee was formed with Kikuyu, a lot of them. So we have tribal everywhere. And what is happening to us Kenyans and what is killing us is tribes. Tribalism. Now it is being opened and exposed that the country Kenya, or the president, the deputy president, the people who are working in Kenya, they are not working for us. They are dividing for themselves. Everyone is chopping the bread. They are eating life. And this impeachment is not about Kenyans. It's about they have disagreed themselves in the shares they are getting. They promised you will get 1 billion. Why are you giving me 1 million? That's where the problem is. Now, every Kenyan out here that is saying Rigathi must go, Rigathi must not go, just know the fight that is inside, the fight that they are fighting right now is not our fight. It's not our fight because they are not fighting for us common citizens. They are fighting themselves because they have shares and they have disagreed in what and who will go with this bread. That's what is happening right now. So we are being used as tools or football or ball being thrown here, left, right, center, because we are being used to impeach the deputy president, thinking that we are helping ourselves. No. They're going to bring another deputy president who will agree with the contract of the share they are going to give him. They are going to bring another deputy president who will agree with the agreement that it will be right now. It's not about us citizens. And that's a lot of countries in Africa is being carried. That's what is happening. That's why we don't grow economically. That's why we don't grow. Any country in Africa, we are going behind instead of going in front. Look the issues of Adani, the corrupt way, how the airport was being sold without us being told where is the money going and what or how will the money be used. Now, the issue is being silenced because they are trying to opaque this issue of Adani because they have this at hand. And this does not concern us Kenyans. Now, you have heard how Kenyan or Kenya was divided as a company into shares of this big politician, up to now, will you still say that you're supporting someone? If it's going, let them go, both of them. Let them go, both of them, because we are not going to play it again. Open your eyes, and the youths of Kenya, open your eyes. This is the time we needed to go back to the road. This is time we needed to put forward this message that we are not fools anymore. Now, Kenya is a company, and Africa is a company where white people come and take their shares. The politicians, the leaders who are there, they take their shares. And you, citizen, we suffer every day, every time. Tell me what you think on the comment section. Your views there. I am the Kenyan Beast, of course. We are doing it the African way every day, every time. And peace be with you.